Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a shortish review. We'll see how it goes. But I picked up these cutie little fragrances from Sui. I was so excited when I saw that these were launching. And so I thought I would let you know my thoughts, what I think is worth it. I have a few other Sui perfumes that I really have for the bottle. Overall, I find the house to be pretty fruity, kind of feminine, light scents. They don't have a lot of longevity. It's not my favorite house in terms of actual scent quality personally, but the packaging and the fantasy of it all. I mean, they have some of the best packaging, in my opinion anyway. If you like whimsical design, if you like just fun stuff, I feel like it's so creative and so out there in a way that really gets me. I love it. And so these perfumes were no exception. I'm trying to find, let me see what the name is. I think they're called the Sundae. So like I said, there are 3 in the collection. Let me get them because they came in like ice cream tubs. Like, how cute is that? Look at me here trying to show them all. There are 3 different scents. This one's Mellow Yellow. The one I was holding up is called Violet Vibe, and then there's also Pretty Pink. So I am going to read you some notes, give you some descriptions of the fragrances. These retail for $77 each, which I feel like is, I don't want to say affordable because $77 is still a lot of money, but in terms of like really expensive perfumes, it's definitely on the more affordable range when it comes to perfumes overall. And especially I feel like for the cool packaging. I have to mention while we're here, this is kind of like gummy. Like the rest of this is hard. This is glass where you actually have the perfume. And then this top cherry is gummy and it's actually the sprayer. So you push down on this. Let me show you. To spray. How cute is that? It's like the cutest thing ever. I bought these off the site right when they launched, and I bought them in a set that came with the tote and everything too because it was just a little bit cheaper and I knew I wanted all 3. So I guess you guys can know off the bat, like, to me, packaging 10 out of 10. I think it is so cute. All the little details are really thought out and I really appreciate that. It's definitely one of the main reasons I wanted to buy these. I feel like I always do this, but why beat around the bush? I'm just gonna tell you my favorite one, and the really only one that if you're interested in this collection, I really would suggest to pick up, to be honest, and that is Violet Vibe. This has notes of strawberry, black currant, it has whipped cream and marshmallow. Those are really the main notes getting me, but there's also some jasmine in here, some florals, and I actually do get a little bit of that creaminess, but it's like a showery creaminess. So there is something still kind of fresh about this, but I do get something on the verge of lactonic. It's almost like a watered down milk, if that makes sense. Like, it's not full-blown creamy, but it's definitely in there, and I really love that. It has a brightness about it though too. I really feel like this is almost like a strawberries and cream kind of scent, so you can really smell the freshness of the fruit coming through, and again, something a little bit showery, something a little bit fresh about this scent in a really great way. It has a nice amount of sweetness. It's not overly sweet to me, but it's definitely on the sweeter side, so you're gonna want to like something sweet. I feel like if you like Ariana Grande perfumes in general, you're probably really gonna like this. I also feel like if you like Zadig and Voltaire, this is her. I think you could also like this, but this one again is a little bit more fresh, a little more watery than that one. It doesn't have that full like lactonic creaminess, but there's something reminiscent about it for sure. I was seeing on Fragrantica, like I was just reading through really fast because I just wondered how everyone else thought about this because I haven't seen any videos really popping up in my feed. And I've seen a lot of people compare this to Baccarat and I don't really get that. I mean, it has a sweetness, but I feel like everyone compares everything to Baccarat and I'm like, no, I don't think so. This to me is more like an Ariana Grande fragrance in general. So if you like that kind of vibe, I think you would really like this, and I'm really enjoying it. This is one I actually wear. I like it for nighttime. Unfortunately, I don't find that these have that much longevity. I'm getting like 4 hours on them maybe. So they're definitely not super long lasting. And even this, like as much as I really do enjoy this, like I enjoy having it in my collection. I like wearing it at night. I like cozying up to it. It's not like in my top of all time. And I also don't think it's a must have. Like if you're kind of like talk me out of it, like you don't have to have this in your collection. That's how I feel anyway. But I am so glad to have it because it is cute as hell. I love the packaging. I think more than anything, I just wouldn't have the other 2, but let me tell you about them. Let me tell you what I think. If I had to rank my next favorite, it probably would be the Mellow Yellow. This has some peach in there. It also has some sugar. And overall, like it is hard to just pick out specific notes. I guess I get a peachiness. It's just like sweet and fruity to me, like to be honest. I also get some light florals in there. Again, it's very showery, very fresh. It smells smells kind of like a body wash or a shower after you got out of it. I'm telling you, as much as it's nice, I think it's pleasant. I think it's wearable. I don't think anyone would just like hate it. Like it's not like a challenging fragrance in that way. And so if I'm looking at it in that sense, I think it's mass appealing, but I don't find anything about this to be specifically exciting or anything I can pick out. And I feel like, you know, in some ways I wish this collection had a little bit more focus on like specific Sundae flavors or something like that, and went a little harder and maybe even a little bit more specific or a little bit kind of weird with the scents. I would have preferred that as opposed to something more mass appealing, but at the same time I kind of knew what I was getting in with, because like I said, I do have a few other Anna Sui fragrances and they all kind of have this thing, so it's definitely like a part of the house. Okay, it's kind of hard. Maybe this is my second favorite, or maybe these last two are tied. This one is called Pretty Pink and this is citrus heavy, but it does have a basil note in here that adds a freshness. It does come through. There is an herbalness to this that it's just barely, it's not like super intense, but I do feel like it adds something really nice to this fragrance. It's a little bit unexpected and gives it something a little more interesting than just a straight up like citrus fragrance. There's also some musk in here, a little bit of woods and amber in the base, but again, very light and airy, very much an easy wear, but at least there's that basil. I do think that at least that gives it something, I will say. It's light, it's fleeting. Again, both of those fragrances also don't really last on me, so they don't have the longevity. I feel like if you're gonna buy from this house, you're buying for cuteness. You're buying for cuteness in the bottle overall, I would say. And I feel like the scent comes secondary, and I know that is not most people's thing. Like, and I get that because it's money. Like, you want to smell good. That's what perfumes usually are. So in that way, really the only one I can suggest is the Violet Vibes. I did want to talk about a sample though, because I got a sample of a fragrance with this order and I think I'm gonna get it because I really like it. So like I said, I got a sample. This one is Cosmic Sky, and I was excited to get a sample of this one specifically because if you can see the bottle here, it is literally a hot air balloon. Like, oh, the bottle design I love. I'm a sucker for it. I already know it, but I haven't bought this one or like the unicorn ones because I'm like, I already have some bottles. I know I don't love this scent. So unless I can get like a really, really, really good deal on it, I definitely didn't want to pay full price, but I was so happy to sample. Come on, you sprayed before. And this one I really like. It reminds me of Ariana Grande, God is a Woman. It reminds me of Ellis Brooklyn Sweet. It reminds me really of any of those woody, musky pear scents that are out there. You know the ones. I feel like that is just like a whole like scent profile that is very common, but this one's really good. I find it's quite woody, like more woody than I expect, and I love that about it. I love a woody fragrance, so I love that I can really smell the woods in there, but the pear is definitely in there. There's definitely a sweetness coming through, a little bit of muskiness, and I find it to just be a really good version of that type of fragrance. And actually, when I think of the ones I've mentioned, I think I like this one the most. And another one is Radiant Nectar is also kind of in that family. I also feel like if you've ever tried any fragrances from Liis, L-I-I-S, they have one called Studied. I think that's the one that also kind of has that similar thing going on. When I wore this, I just kept smelling myself. I really enjoyed it, and it also kind of gets this spiciness as I wear it. I don't know what that's about. The notes in here are pear and bergamot in the top. There's some brown sugar in the base though. There's that ambrette, which again, the pear and ambrette, that is just such a common combo I've noticed. There's also some iris, some wood, some amber. So I really love this one, and I love that scent enough that I would get the bottle, and that's me still being picky. It's not just the bottle bringing me in. I actually really quite love the scent. So again, I'll run through. This is my #1 favorite. If you're looking for a citrus and you like the idea of the basil, maybe this is a good one. The pink one, this could be good. If you just want something overall kind of sweet, showery, a little bit of peach, a little bit of florals, maybe these will work for you, you know, especially if you like the bottle enough. But I don't think that they're specifically like remarkable fragrances. I really feel like the design of them is kind of overshadowing the scent. So overall, for the price and everything, I feel like if it seems like it'd be you, I think you'll be happy. But if you're kind of on the fence, I don't know if it'll be right for you, but I can't lie, I do love the packaging and everything, and I'm excited to have at least one of these bottles in my collection. So I'd love to know your thoughts. Have you picked any of these up? Did you even know they existed? Let me know also your favorite Anna Sui fragrance down below. I honestly feel like Violet Vibe and Cosmic Sky are tied for me. Those are definitely my two favorites. Everything else to me is kind of just like, it's hard to tell the difference. They're all, to me and my nose, like the notes aren't sticking out. Nothing's remarkable really overall. Like, it's okay, but nothing that my brain really remembers, which is kind of odd for me because I tend to lock into some stuff. So I hope this review was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll let you guys go. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.